Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and this video will be about 10 luxury items that I'm really surprised that I don't own yet. They're not even on my wish list, despite all of them being so right up my alley. So when thinking about it, it's just a little odd that not only have I not gotten any of these items, but none of them have even made it to my current wish list. So the first item on this list are any of the Hermes silks, shawls, textiles, any item in this category from Hermes. I own not one of these pieces. The surprising thing is that I am a huge shawl person. I love shawls. I wear them all the time. I only own 3 shawls, a Burberry, a Louis Vuitton, and a Gucci shawl, and they are all battered because I've used them so much, and yet I've never bought a shawl or a scarf or even so much as a twilly from Hermes, which is one of my favorite brands in the world that possibly makes the most beautiful versions of these items. So there are probably a couple of reasons why. The first is Hermes shawls, especially the cashmere blends shawls, are very expensive, and I've seen the damage that I've done to my other shawls. They have stains, they have pulls, they're not in the best condition, so I do think I'm a little afraid of damaging an Hermes shawl, which would be my most expensive shawl. And the other reason I think I haven't bought one yet is that Hermes has so many beautiful patterns and colors, it's so hard to choose. I do think that I will definitely get one of these in the future. Twillies, on the other hand, are a different story. I don't particularly like the look of twillies on handbags, but I do see them as extremely functional, so I plan to get Hermes twillies for at least one of my bags in particular, which is my gold Birkin. I'm having the hardest time finding twillies for that bag just because I want them to be super neutral. I know a lot of people want twillies to add some pizzazz and a pop of color to otherwise neutral bags, and I'm the complete opposite. For some reason, neutral colored Hermes twillies are remarkably hard to find. Because I don't like the look of twillies on bags very much, I wanted to blend into the bag as much as possible. And what has made finding twillies even harder in the last year is that my boutique hasn't had nearly the amount of stock that they normally have for silks because of issues with production and shipments. So I've been using really cheap $5 Amazon bootleg twillies that kind of go with my bag, but I'd rather do that and keep searching for the perfect twillies rather than just pick up random twillies at Hermes that I don't really love. So this is the first category of items that I'm surprised that I don't own, but one which I think I will rectify in the future. The second luxury item that I'm surprised that I don't own are luxury sneakers. So I'm not a sneakerhead. I don't wear sneakers often, so I only own 3 pairs of sneakers, all black Nikes, all white Nikes, and a pair of really busted sneakers with holes that I wear to the gym that desperately need to be replaced. I've been looking at luxury sneakers for years. I think I even posted a pair of Chanel sneakers from 2016, yet I have never pulled a trigger and bought a pair of luxury sneakers. And given how committed I am to comfortable shoes and how much I love the look of luxury sneakers, it doesn't make any sense that I don't own a pair. The third item on this list are any Louis Vuitton hard-sided pieces. So I'm not talking about the giant trunk that you can possibly use as a coffee table. I have a pretty decent size apartment by New York City standards, but I still wouldn't know where I would put one of them since I don't really like the look of them as coffee tables. Nor can I afford to spend 40 grand on a LV trunk. But I'm talking about the smaller, really adorable hard-sided pieces that you can use on your coffee table or on a vanity for decor. I think years ago I had one of these pieces on my wish list, but then I realized how small and not functional they were, and so I ended up getting the Nice BB, which was absolutely the right decision because that's an extremely functional piece that stays filled with my things on my dresser at all times. But I think the smaller hard-sided pieces would still make sense for someone like me that really appreciates the history and craftsmanship in these brands. And the hard-sided pieces are both where Louis Vuitton started, but I think also where the brand still shines. So it's kind of surprising to me that over the years I've just never bothered to invest in at least one of these pieces. The fourth item is a flat card case. I have never owned one of these, and it doesn't make sense because this would work so well in something like a Chanel rectangle rectangular mini. My only explanation for this is that I have such a hard time buying luxury SLGs. I always feel like I'm wasting money. However, when I lost my Louis Vuitton key pouch, which I essentially used as a card holder a few years ago, not having a really streamlined case or pouch to put my cards in a small bag really became a blaring omission in my collection. Yet I still have not invested in one of these, even though it's something that I actually need. So no explanation as to why I don't own this other than I'm being kind of cheap. The fifth category is Hermes ready to wear. So I'm going to insert a picture of a dress that I got from Zara maybe 10 years ago. So I'm not a huge Zara shopper just because I prefer more natural fabrics, but occasionally Zara will do 100% cotton or a really nice linen cotton blend. I've also really enjoyed their blazers over the years, and I thought this style is right up my alley. I searched and searched and searched to try to find more dresses or shirts like this, and that just seemed to be a one-off because I couldn't find anything at Zara that looked remotely like this dress. But this kind of shirt dress is one of my favorite styles to wear. Well, years later, I came to find out that the Zara dress was actually a knockoff of a pretty common Hermes style dress. I'll find a picture and insert it here. So I guess it really surprises me that I haven't yet bought the original Hermes version of this dress. And the more I look into Hermes ready to wear and the super simple, plain, elegant, luxe casual vibes really mesh with how I dress on an everyday basis. And Hermes ready to wear is not everyone's cup of tea. It is not cutting edge, but it is classic, extremely good quality, and luxurious. It is right up my alley. Not everything, of course, but some of their classic designs really speak to me. Moving on, number 6 is a luxury hat. Now, I am a hat person. I wear hats all year round. Baseball caps, pageboy hats, wide brim hats, you name a hat and I will wear it. So it kind of really surprises me that I do not own one luxury hat. And there are so many that I've seen over the years from different designers. I love Chanel hats. There are at least 3 Hermes hats currently that I am going gaga over. So why do I not own even one luxury hat? Moving on to number 7, which is Hermes Fine Jewelry. So I've said in a past video, the solid gold Collier de Chien bracelet was just not for me. It didn't feel as substantial as other pieces from Cartier and Van Cleef, but there are many other pieces of Hermes Fine Jewelry that I really love. The finesse necklace is beautiful. There are so many rings that I absolutely love. The design, the architectural details, the Niloticus ring, the CDC ring. I've been on a fine jewelry kick this year. So the fact that not even an Hermes ring has been on my wish list is pretty surprising to me. Number 8 is an uber classic. It is a Chanel tweed jacket. Now, I can't tell you over the years how many Chanel tweed jackets I have tried on in the boutique, at luxury consignment stores, and I have never pulled the trigger, despite me being a lover of tweed jackets in general. Granted, had I bought one, I'm not sure it would even fit after my Corona 15, but given my love of blazers, jackets, tweed, and all-around classic items, it is surprising that I don't own the most classic tweed jacket of all time. I know it seems most common these days when people buy Chanel ready to wear, they tend to buy more casual items, usually with Chanel emblazoned somewhere on there, but that's not really my style. A classic tweed jacket is right up my alley. Number 9 is a Burberry Trench. My favorite winter coat is a Burberry down coat. I have a trench coat from Banana Republic that's at least 10 to 12 years old that I've split the seam in the back from constant use. I know that I love Burberry the brand, and I definitely love trench coats, and the Burberry Trench is the absolute most classic, so why in the world do I not own a Burberry Trench? And last up is a Carolina Herrera classic white shirt. Now, some may call my dressing style boring. In the winter, I almost have a uniform of an oversized V-neck cashmere sweater, slim fit pants, tucked into riding boots. Most of my cashmere sweaters were Barney's brand that were usually in the $500 to $600 price point. I'd buy a couple of them on sale every year for under $100. I'm not sure if you guys would consider those cashmere sweaters luxury or not. If not, cashmere sweaters probably would have made it to this list too. But when when it's not freezing cold in New York, the other thing that I really love to wear is a white button-down shirt. Unless you're gonna go for bespoke or custom-made shirts, I think the cut and fit of her shirts are probably as good as you're gonna get from a not exorbitantly priced luxury ready-to-wear brand. I would say that this is a really classic piece of ready-to-wear in a style that I wear anyway, so I'm not sure why I haven't invested in a shirt or two from this brand. Maybe because it's white and I've had to discard many a white shirt because of stains that I can't get out, but I would say that probably the fit of this shirt would be worth the risk. So tell me what you think of my list, guys. Do you guys have any luxury items like this where the item is so right up your alley and you're just kind of shocked that at this point you haven't taken the plunge and gotten it? So thanks so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel. That would make my day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.